Hi, this is Chris, and today we're looking at how a Talent Stacker employee will be working with a member record within the Talent Stacker program. This is part 4 in our 5-part series about the Talent Stacker member's journey and picks up where we left off at the end of part 3. This video will focus on the project ready and project completed member statuses, as well as covering volunteer projects and how they work within the organization. Okay, so here we are back on the member record. We are now logged in as John Smith. John is a volunteer project manager, so he has some different information that shows up on his screen. His version of the member record has been distilled down to only show information related to the volunteer project, so that there is not a lot of additional information that the study group manager must sort through. As you can see, we are on the project ready status, and the key fields information has not yet been filled out. If we look at the guidance for success, we see that when a member indicates their interest in joining a volunteer project, the volunteer project manager needs to check the member record to confirm that the member has completed their admin certification and then enroll them in a volunteer project. We can see here that there is a warning statement that shows that the member is certified but has not enrolled in a volunteer project, so we're ready to enroll them into a volunteer project. The system security settings for any user who is a study group manager allows them the ability to create and edit the volunteer projects. So now we just need to come over here to the related list where the volunteer projects are and enroll the member into a volunteer project. So this new page will come up with status is enrolled. We have a few different statuses here as we work through this project. We're going to enroll them into this particular group, which is the January volunteer project group, and then we're going to click Save. Once the member has been enrolled into a volunteer project, a couple things will happen automatically. A volunteer project will have been created with the status of enrolled, and the volunteer project enrolled checkbox will be checked off up here. If you want to work within the volunteer project itself, you can click directly into that. It will then show you some information about it, what their status is, any completed, the group name, and any experience garnered. You can also click into the group itself and see information about the group. So this is the January cohort. It started on the 2nd, potentially end date on the 30th, and these are the other members of the Talent Stacker development program that are in that same volunteer project. So you can see there's a variety of people that are in there, and all that information can then be tracked. So if we want to go back to our member record, we just click there, and then on the member name, and then it takes us back to our member record. At this point, the volunteer project manager will be working with the member for approximately 4 to 5 weeks on their project. Once the project has been completed, the volunteer project manager will come back into the system and edit the volunteer project, change their status to completed as long as they've completed everything appropriately, change their completed date, and then save. Once the volunteer project manager changes the project to completed, a few things will happen automatically. One is that the member status will now be moved to the interviewing stage. The warning statement will now be changed to volunteer project completed, and the volunteer project completed checkbox and end date will now be filled in on the member record. And this will now complete how to work with volunteer projects as a volunteer project manager and the volunteer project portion of the member journey, taking us into the interviewing and job landed portions of the journey, which will be in our final video.